Hey guys, this is part two of what I was starting to say. Sorry that video disconnected so abruptly. But I just wanted to pick up. I didn't want to repeat everything I said because I know I dropped some good information and I'm not going to remember what I said. So I'm just going to pick up. So this is part two of that beginning video. But what I was saying was, this is your time to get yourself together, all right? Get the career of your dreams, moving to the field that you want to be in. Look, I'm telling you, this resume class that I'm going to do is going to be outstanding. You're going to get a manual that will have different resume types in it, things that probably different examples of a resume that you had no idea of. I know back when I was using resumes, or when I first, well, I still use resumes, but I remember back when I first started really having to write resumes when I got out the military. There was a functional resume, that listed all the things you can do, but really didn't tell when you did it. We call it that you're hiding something resume, usually trying to hide gaps in your employment and stuff like that. And then there was, the regular standard chronological resume. It really was just only 2 or 3 different styles, but there are so many now, and mainly because we use technology. There are ways that you want to make sure your resume gets through, people call them through the system. Some companies use those keyword things, or if you use a different style, sometimes it doesn't read well through some of the systems that we use, right? Applicant tracking forms, systems that we recruiters use or companies use. They don't pick up well. They get jumbled when you get too creative with stuff. As a recruiter and as a resume writer, when I used to write resumes, and I still will if you just want to pay me the money to do it, but you're going to pay for it, okay? Because I'm teaching it so that you can take the reins in your hand and make the changes that you need. But the last resume I did for a gentleman earlier this year, he is like my star student, right? And I'm going to have him record a little video for me. Actually, he was supposed to do it already, but I'm going to have him record a video and let you know where he has gotten with that resume. Now, I didn't do just one for him. I did 2. One for the applicant tracking systems, and then one that he could use if he was just emailing it to someone, right? So it was a little fancier, stood out a little, highlighted some things a little better for him. I can walk you through that. And in this class on October 30th, which is a Saturday at 11 a.m., I'm going to step into that. We're going to talk about the different types of resumes. I'm going to walk you through things that should be in your resume, things that should not be. Now, I'm not going to be able to go through individual resumes because we just don't have time for that. But I am going to give you a complete overview and good information. On top of that, you're going to be able to take home or download, I should say, sorry, we won't be in person, but you're also going to be able to download just a nice little manual that I have some different resume styles in there, not for you just to copy, but for you to read a little paragraph and understand what that resume is for and when or why you should use that type of resume. And like I said, you can have several different styles. You can have several different resumes. I have about 4 resumes that I use, depending on what I want to highlight. Now, keep that in mind. I'm a recruiter to my heart, and I still have 4 different resumes. I've had up to 6 at one time, but because I'm not trying to get into that technical field like I mentioned in the first video that I used to do, I don't use, that one anymore. But I keep about 4, depending on what I want to highlight, depending on the job description. Do you know how to write a resume based on the job description? If you find that job that you're like, this is the place I want to work, they're doing everything that I would love to do, do you know how to tailor your resume to show that? I'm not talking about copying and pasting, the bullets from from the job description into the resume. Oh, I'm so tickled when I see that. But if you don't know, you don't know. You do your best. Well, I'm going to help you not worry about having to just throw something together and make it look okay. I've seen some crazy stuff, y'all. You have no idea. Everything from graffiti along the side, and they were not applying for a marketing artistical job. Is that a word? Artistic job or anything. They were actually applying to work in a can plant in a factory. But he had some nice graffiti. I appreciate it. I was like, that would look good on a nice A train or something. But seriously, I was like, this is a bit much. Some crazy pictures, your photography, don't show off your photography skills on your resume by putting a picture out there with you and your man or you and your woman. Just crazy stuff, y'all. We're going to get past all of that. This is business, all right? And you should want to put your best foot forward, okay? So I'm going to walk you through that. We're only going to talk for about an hour, hour and a half, depending on how it goes, and just show you the information, give you the best way to do these things. And you just can't beat this. So I would love for you to join me. It is going to be just a good day, all right, to go over this information. It's something that I enjoy. As I mentioned, this is the first step into your new career. Or even, hey, look, this is something too. If you are happy with your career, but you're happy with the company you're in, you like what you do, or you just want to move to the next level, that's that mid-career change also. I'm happy to walk you through that. You're applying for another job and you're not getting results. You don't necessarily know people in other departments. It doesn't matter if you work in the same company and you're applying for something else. I tell internals all the time, I used to mention this all the time. Just because you work here doesn't guarantee that you're going to get that next job. So-and-so manager could know you because they pass you in the hall or they've had some interactions with you working on different things. It doesn't mean that you're going to get the job. Some positions are posted just internal. Okay, maybe your odds are a little better. But there could be somebody on the next floor that still has more experience than you. Someone on the other, down the end of the hallway, on the other floor, whatever, shows up better than you. All right, again, that resume is the first thing that shows up, whether you're internal or external. And heaven forbid that it's an external candidate or a job that's posted on the outside as well as internally. You got to face now everybody else on the outside. Someone who may have run up on me. All right, now I'm not saying that I'm the best, but I am telling you I'm good at what I do. All right. And as I said, some of you all can attest to that. I put my heart into it. I care about what I'm doing. I'm not just going to send you away. Come on, y'all. This class is $39. I am not getting rich off of this. All right. I purposely set that price for at that. Now, if you wait to the beginning of the year when I redo this or whatever time, it will not be $39. That I can promise you. Okay. But I'm trying to help as many people as I can at this time because this is the time to get to that next level or that next position. So I want to be able to help as many people as I possibly can. Just because, again, I love what I do. And I think everybody should have that opportunity to put your best foot forward. So guys, I know I've talked a lot today between the two videos. I appreciate you listening to both. Again, shout out to my friends, my family, everyone who's on my Facebook page that, really took the time just to hit that share button and send it. I do also do community things as well. It's a little more difficult now since, a lot of places aren't doing in-person things, but I am, if you're in Jacksonville, all right, or if you want to fly me somewhere, I'll do that as well. But really, if you are in the Jacksonville area and you want me to do something for your schools or high schools, I do that, some interview training, resume writing, just how to conduct yourself your first few days at work, all right, or just starting to step in the workplace, because I realize that everybody leaving high school will not go to college, right? It's not for everybody. And a lot of young people these days leave high school with no kind of idea what they're going to do. What you need to do is get a job, okay? So for those situations, I'm not going to charge any high school student for any of that, but I will volunteer my time at any of the high schools, homeless shelters, any place that I could be of some help. I am going to be working with a good friend of mine from Amazon to do some veteran transition things, and to work with a lot of homeless veterans. I'm really looking forward to that. I just needed to get my head around some things in my business first, but she and I, hopefully at the beginning of the year, are going to kick that off. She has a whole lot of backing there, but this is the core of what I do, okay? Probably my next training will be on interview training. I haven't decided yet, but for sure, first quarter of next year, I will have a awesome program put together that will walk you through how do you get into job searching, what to do when I find that job, the resume, the interview, and how I should present myself as a new employee, okay? But just look out for those things. Hey, look, I'm expecting some great things to happen in your lives this year. I'm looking forward to seeing some people just move on. It makes me happy to find out. So I'm not just going to tell you about the video one and done. I want you to check in with me. Let me know how things are going. That really makes me happy to know that I took a small part in helping you get to that next step, okay? So again, thank you everyone for listening. I appreciate your time. You guys have been amazing in these last few weeks, listening to me, liking me, sharing me. I'm on YouTube under Singer Career Counseling. You can just look me up on YouTube. When you get there, just go ahead and subscribe. In the title of this video, and hopefully I can attach it to the end. If not, it'll be in the information below of how to register for the class, the resume writing class, your professional resume writing class. I don't expect you to write the resume through the class, but you'll be able to, take all the information and at your leisure, go ahead and do that. Hopefully we'll have some question and answer time towards the end of the course as well. But if not, hey, this video, once I do the course, it will be a part of my package, like I mentioned. So go ahead, don't waste any more time. Jump in and get this for $39, okay? You can't beat it. Join me. I look forward to meeting with you all, seeing you all on Zoom. You all take care. Have a good evening, and I'll talk with you tomorrow.